Alright, hello everybody, this is Zaxter99, back for a second play of Dark Knight. Now, I want to go ahead and correct a couple of things. I want to go ahead and give this game a second chance, because after thinking about my first play earlier today, I played it, I think, 4 times through, and it really felt like the monsters were coming through the walls and just popping right in front of me, rather than actually crawling through the house. And I do still feel if that's happening, I think the developer needs to work on this game a little bit. And there's a few suggestions I want to go ahead and pop out to hopefully make this game better. And the reason I'm doing this is because the jump scares were really, really effective. And I think that this game could be a really, really good, jump scare type game. Even better than Five Nights at Freddy's, in my opinion. So I want to go ahead and jump back into this game and see if maybe I can survive a full night and see if we can do that. So you're probably going to hear me get scared a few more times, because I was playing earlier in the morning even though I was home alone, and now it's actually nighttime and I'm sitting here in the dark. I've also noticed that I believe the version I played earlier is version 1.08, and he did fix a couple of bugs with version 1.09, yet the developer didn't say what he did. Exactly what kind of updates he made. But he did say that a big update is coming this weekend, I believe he said. Either this weekend or next weekend. He didn't really give a specific date. But anyway, I want to go ahead and see if I can find some more good in this game, Dark Knight. I definitely haven't refunded it yet. I think the game is, like I left a note on the forums for the developer. I said the game is about 80% good. I just think it needs a little more work, and it can be fantastic. Maybe one of the best jump scare type games that I've played. So let's go ahead and jump back into Dark Knight, and we'll be back for my screams like a little biatch right after this. Alright, welcome back everybody. We're going to go ahead and jump into Dark Knight again. And see if this game can scare the living crap out of me some more. I mean, there's only so many of these jump scares that a person can take in one day, especially if you're like me. Now, I remember this door. This is the door we can't go through. And space to listen better. We already know about that. And I assume these little spots like this are hiding spots, but I don't know. And it's weird how sometimes it seems like it's darker than other times. I got the key. You saw me pick up the key. It'd be nice if the developer made some kind of a little sound, like a click sound or something like that. It wouldn't be hard. Just a little metal clang sound or something like that when you pick up the key. What the hell? That is creepy. I never really took a close look at these dolls either. And I don't... Man, that guy's freaking creepy ass looking. Alright, I need to quit looking. One thing I'd like to see as well is I'd like to see a way to hide under these beds or something like that. If the developer could add a way to crawl up under the beds to hide, that would be fantastic in my opinion. Alright. Okay, that's that room. Here's this guy. And then here's this room here. Okay, we got this key. See, I've never been in here. I wish we could close the doors too. Another suggestion I've already made to the developer. To be able to close doors. I mean, it feels kind of cheap when you can't close doors that you open. And like I say, I didn't mean to give the developer, such a total fail on this game, because I don't think it's a total fail. It's just when you feel like the monster is crawling through walls and insta-popping right in front of you, it feels kind of cheap. I'm clicking the mouse button in here and I scream, and but when it feels like the monster is just spawning right in front of you or going through walls, you kind of feel cheated, and so it kind of takes the whole point of the way a game. When you feel like there's nothing you can do. What's the point of even hiding or anything if the monster's just going to pop right in front of you or walk through walls or whatever. And you could tell that totally happened in my first playthrough. And it does kind of feel cheap. So I know one time I left at 140 in the first playthrough thinking I had made it through, and as soon as I walked out, I ran right into the bastard. So I'm assuming that while that thing is in the bottom right is flashing that exclamation point, he is out looking for me. Now, I don't know if there's more than one monster looking for you, or if it's just that one thing. Ah, you're that guy right there. Yeah. So I half expected that. And you saw that right there. He pops right in front of you. I would so much rather see the monster come around the corner of the boxes like he's actually looking for you. And if you click your space bar to listen carefully, you can actually hear the footsteps or him making a sound or something easier. And have that sound get, the footsteps or his growl or whatever, get louder the closer he gets to you. That way you know, shoot, I gotta get out of here or whatever. Instead, you know, it's just so random. You know, you feel cheated. You feel like there's nothing you can do. But I'm going to go ahead and try to beat this developer's game at his own game and see if I can't make it until whatever time you have to make it to survive. I assume that's 6 o'clock in the morning, but it may be 8, or I have no idea. I really have no idea. So we know we can't go through there. We know this is the room with the, this freak. What's up, dude? You're so sexy. Oh, your hands are so nice. Look at those claws. Alright. Enough flirting with you, buddy. Alright, we know we got to come back here. I'm starting to learn this house now. This way it goes down in the basement. There's no way in hell I'm going down there. This guy is freaky. Yeah, see, if we could just get under the bed, it'd be so awesome if we could, like, crouch with control or something like that and sneak up and crawl up under the bed to hide. And maybe the guy comes and looks under the beds at some point. But if this game just had a little bit more, oh my god, this game could be so awesome. Because it definitely has the jump scares down. They just need to make it so it's not so cheap feeling. Like the guy did, you know, the monsters don't just spawn right in front of you. And I think this game could be so good. I really do. I don't even really like games like this. Well, I guess I sort of do. But okay, this is the same hiding spot as before. It's almost... Okay. Just a bed in that room. Flashlight. This is where... Oh, wait a minute. Let's go upstairs again. Come on. Maybe I can hide all the way upstairs. Ooh, that's creepy. I don't know what that said. Let's hide behind these boxes, shall we? Turn the flashlight off. I don't feel like this is a very good hiding spot. But again, it doesn't matter. It doesn't feel like it matters right now where the hell you hide, because the monster just pops right in front of you no matter where the hell you're at. And we've already tried running around like an idiot at 1:30, running around the house, and you end up running into him. So if you're running around, you're going to run into him, and there's no way to escape. And if you're hiding like the game says, make sure you hide when he's coming out. And, you know, he just pops right in front of you or goes right through a wall or something like that and gets you. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know how you beat this game. I can't crouch behind the boxes, and that'd be nice if you could do that. I think it needs a crouch or crawl under the bed with control. That would be a nice add-on. To be able to hide under beds and be able to crouch behind smaller boxes like this. But they really need to make these monsters walk after you and actually find you, right? Not just pop right in front of you. Alright. But maybe I'm clueless. See, that's just, it's scary. Yeah, it makes me jump, but it's not fair. It's cheap. You know? Yeah, it makes you jump scare, but again, it's cheap. We're going to try this one more time. I mean, yeah, I jumped a little bit there, but this game could be so good. It's disappointing. It's really disappointing that the developer seems to have picked such a cheap method of losing. It really makes the player feel cheated. And I mean, it's bad enough that you have no way to defend yourself. You know, you can't fight the monster. You can't, it doesn't seem like you can really run from it. You can't really do anything except hide, and then it's got to use some cheap tactic like that to get you. What is this room? Okay, I've been here before. I clicked on her and I heard her scream, okay. F. That's just a bed, we know that. And, this is where we came up. I mean, we got this room. What? Now, why is that thing already flashing when it's only 120? I'm gonna hide back here. Turn my flashlight off. I don't want to look. I'm gonna look at the wall. You know, it'll just come right. This is gonna be interesting. Let's just look at the wall and see if he still pops up right in front of us. Now, see, if the game was legit, he would come up from behind us, and when he gets us, the camera would switch around to show him, you know, show him getting me from the other direction. But if he just pops up, like there's nothing here between me and the wall. I can see the closet on or the whatever it is on the left-hand side, and I can see the walls in front of me on the right. So if he just pops in front of me, this is going to be so freaking cheesy, and it's going to prove exactly what I'm talking about. And I really do think this game has all it takes to be a great jump scare kind of game. Even better than Five Nights at Freddy's. It just needs a little bit of work. The developer needs to make these things actually try to find you rather than just spawning them right in front of you. I mean, if I didn't like this game, if I didn't like something about it, see, that's what I'm talking about. That goes to prove exactly what I said in the first video. It's cheap. So, again, I urge the developer, fix it. Please, because everybody here saw how cheap and cheesy that is. I was sitting there looking at the wall, the closet to the left of me, walls on the right in front of me, and the monster just appears right in front of me. To be legit, he should have got me from behind, and the camera should have rotated around to show him getting me from behind. And the scare would have still been there, right? But right there, you saw how cheap it was. So the developer, I'm urging the developer to fix this game, make the creature, if it's more than one creature, make them actually, you know, search the house for you, right? Code that in, make them actually walk and look for you. Now, I know you can do that because as I've been wandering around, I've seen the creatures walking. But when I'm hiding, they just pop right in front of you, and that's totally not fair. It's cheap, and it leaves the player feeling cheated. And that is a huge no-no in this kind of game, in my opinion. But I want to know your thoughts. As a viewer, please let me know if you guys agree with me that the developer needs to fix this and make the creatures actually walk and find you. Or do you think it's great with them just popping right in front of you like you just saw? I want to know what you guys think. Whoever's viewing that, please leave your comment down below. Let me know if you agree with me or if you think the game's fine just as it is. I want to know what you guys think. Please help me, you know, if you agree with me, please help me urge the developer to fix the game. So, things I'd like to see in the game. I'd like to see him, first of all, fix it so the monster or monsters in the game actually walk around the house and actually legitimately find you, not just spawn them right in front of you. B, I'd like to see you be able to hide in, like, maybe even the closets. I'd like to see you be able to use control to duck. In like those shorter boxes, be able to squat behind those boxes. I'd like to see you be able to hide under beds. That's one suggestion. That's a big suggestion I think would help improve the game. Another big one I'd like to see is the listen mode work better. You can't tell anything what's going on. You just hear the creepier screams and stuff like that when you listen. What I want to hear when you listen is I want to hear the monsters walking. I want to hear footsteps, or I want to hear its breath, or I want to hear something knowing that's the creature. And I want how far away it is to be gauged by how loud it is. So that way you can kind of tell how far away it is and know if you got to scram or if you can continue hiding. And put that element in there. I love the idea of the listen mode, but it needs to be worked on. So those are three big things I'd love to see. The main thing, make the creatures walk, and the listen mode needs to be worked on. That'd be number 2. And then number 3, I would say make it so you can actually hide using control. Either squat, maybe get under a bed, but definitely control the squat, like in those shorter boxes. The 4th thing I'd like to see is I'd like to see you be able to close doors. You got the doors in there. It feels kind of gimmicky when you can open a door, but then you can't close it. It feels, come on. And sure, make the creature so he can actually, open the door. But as I suggested in the forums to the developer, what I'd like to see is when you maybe actually make every door squeak, and maybe even make each different door have its own little squeak or own little rust squeak. That way you can kind of learn what doors are what. So let's pretend I'm hiding upstairs, right? Maybe I'm in listen mode and I hear a faint squeak. I can hear the squeak and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, that's that second door downstairs. Because I've played the game enough to know where the monster actually is. He's opening a door looking for me, and I'm like, aha, he's right there, because I've played the game enough to know the sound of that door squeak. Now that would be fantastic. So that's my suggestion there on opening the doors and making each door maybe have its own squeak, or at least make each door have a squeak so you can tell that the monster's opening a door somewhere looking for you. Maybe you close a door and you go in a room and you close the door. Well, you're hiding, maybe it's really dark, or maybe you're in listen mode, all of a sudden you hear the door open, you're like, oh crap, that would be scary right there, knowing the creature's coming in your room. So to be able to open and close doors and have the creature that's looking for you open and close the doors would be a fantastic way to actually make this game a lot better. So I'm sure there's a few more things the developer could do, but with just those 4 things right there, if those could be worked on, I think this game could actually be quite amazing. So that is my opinions. I want to know if you guys agree with me. Maybe you guys have even more suggestions for the developers. Please put those down in the comments below. I want to go ahead and thank you guys for watching. This has been Zaxter99 with my second playthrough and game suggestions out to the developer for this game, because I think this game has a lot of potential. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. This has been Zaxter99. Take care, everybody.